The new season of Gold Rush is just about to begin, and this time, Parker Schnabel is making a move that has created a stir in the entire gold mining circles. He is not only returning for Season 16, but he is also going to enter the fray with a completely upgraded, huge fleet of machines. And believe me, these are no ordinary machines. One of them is so big and powerful that if it works properly, it can finish off all the other miners in one go. But the real question is this: why does Parker need such a big and dangerous machine? Has he found a gold vein in the Yukon that could be the largest in the history of Gold Rush? Or has he made this move to save the crown from Tony Beets, Ness, or some new emerging player? People are saying different things on social media. Some are saying that this is not just a game of gold. There is a big and mysterious secret behind it. His small mining operation in Alaska has grown into a high-powered, industrial-level gold mining setup that's competing with big business. But the road isn't easy. Frozen cuts, broken machinery, and the Klondike's harsh terrain have already set Parker's pulse racing. This season, he'll either score his biggest win yet or suffer his biggest loss. So get ready, because Gold Rush Season 16 is going to be like never before. And if you don't want to miss out on all the drama, suspense, and the biggest battle for gold, subscribe to the channel now. Because what comes next will keep you on the edge of your seat. Parker Schnabel has completely changed for Season 16 this time. He did well in the last season as well, but this time, looking at his preparations, it seems that he is not going to leave any stone unturned. First of all, let's talk about his machines. He has done a major upgrade in his old setup. Not just one or two, but he has added new high-power machines to the entire fleet. One of these is so huge that from a distance, it seems as if a factory is running. These machines are faster than before, dig deeper, and extract more gold in less time. But along with the machine upgrade, Parker has also made changes in his team. In the last season, he had seen that small mistakes turn into big losses. So this time he has included people who are not only experts in mining, but are also experts in repairing machines on the spot. This means that if there is any problem in the middle of the work, then hours of work can be fixed in minutes. Talking about strategy, Parker is working on a completely different plan this time. Earlier, he used to take the risk of changing the location or opening a new site in the middle of the season. But this time, he has already chosen a fixed place, where he is sure that he will get plenty of gold. As soon as the season starts, he will focus on that place with full force, so that both time and money can be saved. In the last season, weather and machine failure had pushed him back many times, but this time he has already made preparations keeping all this in mind. Extra parts, reserve machines, and a backup plan are also ready in storage. Seeing all these preparations, it is clear that Parker Schnabel has not come just to extract gold. He has come to rule the gold rush in Season 16. And if his plan works out, then this time, his name will be taken not only as a winner, but as a history maker. The dangerous land of Klondike. The faces of gold miners light up on hearing the name of Klondike, but the truth is that this place is not as easy as it looks on TV. The land here is full of gold, but to extract this gold, a person has to work very hard. The biggest problem is the terrain here, rugged mountains, muddy roads, and soil in which digging is not easy. On top of that, the game of weather, which no one knows when will change. The havoc of rain in summer and heavy snowfall in winter, both are the biggest enemies of the miners. After rain, the soil becomes so slippery that even heavy machines get stuck. On the other hand, in winter, the ground becomes as hard as stone, cutting which is like cutting iron. And amidst all this, Parker Schnabel and his team have to work, run the machines day and night, and extract as much gold as possible before time. Working in the Klondike is many times more difficult than anywhere else, because here one has to fight not only with gold, but also with nature. This is why Parker has prepared more powerful machines and an expert team this time, so that these challenges can be faced. Frozen cuts and machine breakdown. The first problem that stopped Parker as soon as the season started was frozen cuts. Cuts are the places where digging begins, but after winter, these places turn into such solid ice that breaking them is also a big battle. The teeth of the machines wear out while working on them, and the speed of digging is halved. Parker knew this would happen, but the toughness he faced this time also surprised him. Until this frozen soil melts, real gold cannot be extracted, and this waiting causes a loss of money every hour. Every minute is precious for Parker because the cost of machines, fuel, and labor runs into lakes. And as if that wasn't enough, within the first few days, one of his big excavation machines stopped working. The engine overheated, the hydraulic system started leaking, and the entire operation had to be halted. Parker was forced to stop work and repair the machine. Such breakdowns not only eat up time, but also demoralize the team. Parker's face that day clearly showed how upset he was inside. He knew that if the machines kept breaking down like this, half of the season would be spent in repairs. But that's what Parker is all about. He doesn't back down. He immediately called for backup machines, stocked up on extra parts, and put the team on double shifts to make up for lost time. These early setbacks clearly showed that this season in the Klondike, Parker would have to win not just the Battle of Gold, but also the Battle of Snow, Mud, and Machines. And this battle is making this season more interesting than ever. Tony Beets versus Parker, an old rivalry. Gold Rush viewers know that the relationship between Parker Schnabel and Tony Beets has never been very simple. Both are veterans of gold mining, but their thinking and way of working is very different. Parker came into the game at a young age and surprised everyone with smart planning and hard work, while Tony is an old-school miner who has ruled the field with years of experience in big operations. In the past several seasons, we have seen that even if Parker and Tony are not in direct confrontation with each other, there is always an unspoken competition between the two, who extracts more gold, who runs a larger operation, and whose name comes out on top at the end of the season. This is why when Parker bought huge machines this time, many fans speculated that this move has been taken only to compete with Tony's operation. Tony already has big dredgers and a huge mining setup, and he increases his scale every year. If Parker has to win the real battle in Season 16, then he will have to not only extract more gold, but also work on the scale where Tony Beets has been playing for years. This machine is probably Parker's secret weapon, with which he is planning to not only match Tony, but also leave him behind. Rick Ness, or the new challenger Parker, and Rick Ness's relationship is no less than a film story. Years ago, Rick was a part of Parker's team. Both of them spent many seasons together, extracted a lot of gold, and faced good and bad times. But then Rick parted ways, formed his own team, and came into the field to compete directly with Parker. Fans have different opinions on whether this separation was friendly or confrontational. But one thing is for sure. Having two big players in the same area in mining means a confrontation is certain. Rick's return has always been a challenge for Parker because he knows that Rick is also in the game with the same passion and hunger as he himself. In Season 16, Rick is rumored to be working on a new site in the Yukon, And if it's located near Parker's operation, the gold rush between the two could intensify. In such a situation, Parker's huge machine could be a strong answer not only to compete with Tony, but also against Rick. But the story does not end here. This season also has talk of a new player entering the fray, someone who is neither Parker's friend nor an old rival. Not much is known about this new miner, but it is being said that he, too, has a big budget, new technology, and a big team. If this is true, then Parker will have to fight on 3 fronts simultaneously: Tony, Rick, and this new challenger. For Parker, this season is not just a game of mining gold, but it is a battle for his reputation, his position, and the gold rush crown. And when so many big names are in the field together, drama, suspense, and high-tension moments are guaranteed. Rumors spreading on social media. As soon as the pictures and videos of Parker Schnabel's new machines appeared on social media, Gold Rush fans went completely crazy. Discussions about Parker took over Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, and even Reddit. Some people were simply amazed at the power of his machine, but many people came up with completely different theories. The most popular comment was, "It's not just for gold." Fans say that Parker is doing a big secret project this time, which will not even be shown on camera. Some believe that he has found the location of an old mine in Yukon, which may not only contain gold, but also some historical or mysterious thing. A user on Reddit even wrote that Parker had sent a private team to Yukon to conduct a satellite survey before the season started, and what they saw was so big that Parker immediately bought machines worth millions of dollars. At the same time, some fans are jokingly saying, along with extracting gold, this machine can also uproot the entire site of the neighbor. These theories and rumors have made one thing clear. Parker's move this time is so big that fans are also assuming that something will be seen in this season, which has never happened before in Gold Rush. Suspicion of a golden vein hidden in Yukon. Now comes the rumor that created a stir in the entire Gold Rush community. A golden vein hidden in Yukon. In mining language, vein means a thick layer of gold inside the ground, which can be spread over several kilometers. It is being said that Parker has got strong indications of finding such a vein in a location in Yukon. Which place is this? There is no disclosure on it, but fans have guessed by looking at old photos and clips of the show that this location is probably in that part of Klondike, where no one has done mining on a large scale before. Some people believe that this site is so rich that the gold extracted from here can break all the previous records of Gold Rush. There is also a rumor that Parker had locked this site before the season started and maintained secrecy to prevent other miners from coming here. The real purpose of the machine upgrade and the big team is probably the same: to extract this vein completely before the season ends. If all these things turn out to be true, then Parker Schnabel's name will be written in golden letters in the history of gold mining. But at the same time, working on such a large gold deposit is not easy. Here, the weather, terrain, and the eyes of the other miners, everything will be against him. This is the reason why this rumor has filled Season 16 with even more suspense. Now everyone's eyes are on only one thing. Will Parker really reach that golden vein? Or will this story remain just another rumor on social media? Parker's pressure and high-stakes game. This season is nothing less than a game for Parker Schnabel, but a high-stakes gamble worth millions of dollars. Think about it. Huge machines, a team of dozens of workers, thousands of gallons of diesel, and the difficult terrain of the Klondike. All of this has sent his budget skyrocketing. Parker has probably never risked as much money this time as he has ever put at once in his career. This investment will be recovered only if the machines run without interruption and keep extracting gold. But if even one of these machines fails, millions can be lost in a day. Every minute is precious in mining. If the machine stops, it means the digging stops. And if the digging stops, the gold stops coming out. Parker knows that this season is like all or nothing for him. If everything goes according to plan, he will not only win the season, but can also create a record for the largest mining operation in the history of the gold rush. But if the machines break down repeatedly, or there is a major obstacle on the site, this investment of crores can become his biggest mistake. Drama and dangerous moments. Gold mining in the Klondike is not just hard work, but also a game of life. Parker's team works every day in such conditions where even a small mistake can cause a big accident. First of all, the game of weather. The weather here changes in a moment. Start working in the morning sun, and in a few hours, dark clouds, heavy rain, and cold winds stop everything. After the rain, the mud on the site becomes so thick that trucks and loaders get stuck there. In addition, there is always a danger of soil sliding. When Parker's team digs in deep cuts, the soil standing like a wall can suddenly collapse. In such a situation, it becomes difficult to handle even heavy machines, and the operator's life is in danger. And then, there is the danger of water flooding, when water suddenly bursts while digging in deep pits. The water could come from a nearby old mine or underground lake, and the entire excavation area could be submerged in a matter of minutes. This can not only damage the machines, but also ruin days of work. Parker and his team have already faced some dangerous moments in Season 16. Once, a sudden downpour turned the entire site into a swamp, and another time, a huge pile of soil collapsed on a machine during an excavation. Moments like these are not only terrifying for the team, but they also put the multi-million-dollar project at risk. It's this drama and danger that makes Gold Rush worth watching, and a reminder to Parker that it's not just about the will to win. It's about winning every day. Team's hard work and pressure. For Parker Schnabel's team, gold mining is not just a job, but a day-night battle. Their routine is so tight that sometimes the difference between day and night disappears. The machines start roaring before the sun rises in the morning, and these sounds do not stop till late at night. The pressure is clearly visible on every member of the team. On one hand, Parker's straightforward and strict nature. On the other hand, the difficult weather of the Klondike. Working between these two is a test of any person's courage. Sometimes it is so cold that hands and feet become numb, yet there is no question of stopping the machines because every minute's delay can cause a loss of thousands of dollars. Fatigue is also a big challenge. Operating heavy machines for 12 to 14 hours continuously, working in mud and dust, and then repeating the same the next day, this can break any person. But Parker's team knows that this hard work will put them in front of a pile of gold at the end of the season. They move forward every day with this hope. The biggest challenge of the season. Every season has a moment when everything is at stake, and that moment came early for Parker in Season 16. The excavation was in full swing on the site. The machines were working steadily, and the team thought everything was going according to plan. But suddenly, the situation changed. During the excavation, there were no major signs of gold in the place they had trusted. After weeks of hard work, fuel, and millions of dollars spent, when the machine bucket yielded only mud and stones, Parker's face turned pale. That moment was like someone had dashed all his dreams. At that moment, Parker really thought that the game of this season might be over. The team's morale dropped, and there was silence in the atmosphere. But Parker has one specialty. He is not one to give up. Stopping everything for a while, he gathered his team, looked at the data and old records, and then made a new plan. This challenge was one of the most difficult moments of Parker's career, because if he had not taken the right decision at that time, his investment of crores would have been lost. But this moment proved that Parker does not just rely on luck, but can change the game by taking the right steps in difficult times. A ray of hope. Just when Parker Schnabel and his team were at their lowest, fate gave them a small but very important clue. It happened while the team was doing some light digging at a backup site, just to keep the machines idle while a new plan was finalized at the main site. The soil initially looked normal, but just a few hours later, a flash in the pan was seen as they passed through the wash plant. The team thought it might just be a little gold dust, but as the digging progressed, the gold particles got bigger and more numerous. Everyone's eyes lit up when they saw this. Parker immediately rushed to the site and tested the samples himself. The results were astonishing. The amount of gold at this location was many times more than expected. And most importantly, the vein did not just appear to be on the surface, but extended deep. This meant that if they did their job right, this site could change the entire story of the season. The smile on Parker's face at that moment clearly showed that he had found a new thread of hope. This discovery was not just a chance for gold, but a ticket to saving the entire season. The team's enthusiasm returned, the machines started running faster, and the atmosphere was filled with the same energy as at the beginning of the season. Now all eyes are on this new site. Will it make Parker the king of Season 16, or will this also be just another small victory? Parker feels that this time he has a real chance to win, and he's not going to let it slip away. Climax build-up. As Season 16 enters its final weeks, the atmosphere is more tense than ever. Parker Schnabel's giant machine is now running at full power, and the team is working day and night. With every bucket of soil, all eyes are on the wash plant. Will the gold that comes out this time make their dreams come true, or will all the hard work go to waste? For the audience, this moment is no less than the climax of a thriller movie. On one hand, Parker has the most powerful setup ever, and on the other hand, the Klondike's weather and difficult terrain can play tricks at the last moment. Fans are making new predictions on social media every day. Some are saying that Parker will beat Tony Beets and wear the Gold Rush crown, while others believe that the season will end with a big blow to him. Parker himself knows that these final days can give a new height to his career, and if luck doesn't favor him, then his hard work and investment of crores can go to waste in an instant. So the question is, will this machine make Parker the king of the gold rush, or will this season spell his doom? The answer will be found only in the final episodes, and believe me, you won't want to miss the end of this journey. Friends, this was just a glimpse of the story of Gold Rush Season 16. The real fun is yet to come, because in the upcoming episodes, Parker Schnabel's machine will show its full power, and we may get to see the biggest gold find ever. But if you have not subscribed to the channel, then believe me, you will miss a lot. Here you will get every update, every new twist, and every big reveal first. Whether it is Parker's victory, a fight with Tony Beets, Ness's trick, or that mysterious golden vein hidden in Yukon, we are going to show you everything right here. So press the subscribe button below now, turn on the notification bell, and become a part of this Gold Rush journey. Because when Parker's machine roars next time, and gold comes out shining from the wash plant, you will not want that moment to pass without you.